Well, thank you guys for coming out. This is probably really nice to get in before we get snowed in. Get some stretching and some movement in. Happy Saturday. I have some blocks with me. If you didn't hear me say this last time, they're not required. I just like them a lot. If you want to get some of your own, I will try to demo some different ways to use them. I just find them to be really helpful for a lot of things. But it's optional. Everything is optional in this class. You just do whatever you want to do what you can do, and just always let me know if something doesn't feel right. So, with that being said, why don't we start on our bellies today? Come onto your stomach, and then go ahead and fold your arms and place your forehead on your folded arms so that the back of your neck is neutral. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can always find a different position to lay in. Feel free to flip on your back if that's better for you. This is just an option, just something a little different. And then let your eyes close. Let your body soften. If you'd like, you can rock your forehead side to side a couple times on your arms, just to loosen through the back of the neck. Yeah. Perfect. Come to stillness and just start to deepen your inhales and exhales. Bringing a little bit more awareness to your breath. Maybe you use this opportunity just to kind of go over in your own head whatever it was that might have brought you to class this morning. Or if there's anything you'd like to focus on throughout class for yourself. Maybe set a little intention. Start to take longer breaths in and out. As you breathe in, feel the back of your rib cage expanding and stretching towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, see if you can find a little bit more heaviness on your mat. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Go ahead and bend your knees and swish your feet side to side like windshield wipers. Perfect. Then bring your legs back to stillness. Take your feet back down onto the mat. Go ahead and take your arms out into a T shape with your palms pressing down onto the carpet. Keep your right hand where it is, but just bend your left knee and gently roll over onto your right side. And if you want to, you can take your left hand a little closer in. You can also take the left hand to the lower back. And if you want a little extra something, you can kick your left foot towards your body, grab for your ankle and find a quad stretch by drawing your knee away from you, kicking your foot into your hand. If you have your foot, gently release it and breathe in. Everyone slowly roll back to your belly. Take your left arm out to a T if it moved, and then just bend the right knee, gently roll over onto your left side. Same thing, maybe right hand comes closer or to your lower back, or kick your foot towards your booty, grab for your ankle, And then kick your foot into your hand. Find your quad stretch. Release your foot if you have it, and then inhale, gently roll back to your belly. Now we're gonna do this one more time. This time, if you feel like you want to go further in your chest and shoulder stretch, take your arms out into a cactus shape instead of a T shape. This is gonna give you a much deeper stretch. It may be too intense for some of you, but just bend your left knee first, roll over onto your right side. Inhale, roll back to your belly. Cactus the left arm again. This time bend the right knee, roll over onto your left side. Inhale, roll back to your belly. Just for a moment, turn to one cheek. Take your arms alongside your torso, palms face the ceiling, and then just bend your knees and swish your feet again, side to side. Perfect. Take your feet back down to the mat. Bring your chin to center. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, and then just very gently press into your palms. Hug your elbows in towards your side body, and then press into the tops of your feet so much that your knees come away from the mat. Inhale, peel your chest away from the mat for just a little baby cobra. Again, just barely pressing into the hands. Most of this is coming from the strength of the lower back. Back of the neck stays nice and neutral. Inhale, come up just a little higher if you can. Exhale, gently release, turn to the opposite cheek. Take your arms back alongside your torso again, and just let your heels splay out to the side. Draw your chin to center. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders again. Gently press yourself up into a tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and then your hips over your knees. Toes point straight back. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Really flare your rib cage towards the mat. And then exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin, round through your upper back. Peel your shoulder blades away from one another. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow. And exhale, cat. Start to move through your own rhythm of cat-cows. Move with your own breath. And I kind of invite you here to close your eyes and start to add other additional movements that might feel good. Maybe shift your weight back and forth, side to side, bend the elbows. Just move with your breath. Maybe circle the hips. We'll take just a couple more rounds of breath here. On your last exhale, come back to stillness in your tabletop shape. Now bring your legs together. Some of you, if you have blocks, you may want to place them underneath the hands. If you don't, that's okay. You can do this without the blocks as well. But we're just going to slide the right knee forward and cross the right leg over the left leg. So the knees are stacked. Then try to take your feet out towards the side edges of your mat as much as possible. And we're just going to shift the hips back and forth. This can be a big movement or a little movement. Maybe the hips come all the way back, and then the head drops. Move at your own pace. You can even find some cat-cows here. Maybe wiggle the hips a bit. Couple more times on your own. Then we'll shift weight back into the hands, uncross the right leg. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So now left leg crosses over the right leg. Knees are stacked as much as possible. And then feet come out to the side as well as much as possible. And then just start to shift some weight back and forth. Maybe move with your breath. Inhaling to come forward and exhaling to move back. Couple more times on your own. Then shift weight back into the hands, uncross the left leg. Bring the knees underneath the hips again. Toes point back again. Blocks can come off to the side. Perfect. Now slide your right hand towards the top of your mat. Press the right side of the rib cage and armpit towards the floor. Gaze off to the left. Keep the right arm nice and active. Get into the right side body. Inhale, drag the right hand back underneath the shoulder where you started. Exhale, left hand slides forward, and then left rib cage, armpit presses towards the mat. Inhale, back to center. One more time on each side. So exhale, right hand slides forward, gaze off to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand slides forward, gaze off to the right. Inhale, back to center. Widen your knees, maybe even as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes together. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Come to child's pose. Let your belly just nestle between the thighs. Close your eyes. And then if you do have blocks and you would like a little bit of a chest and shoulder opening, you can go ahead and place the blocks underneath your forearms and then place your forehead between the blocks. Check in with yourself again. Notice if there's anywhere you're holding tension. Maybe the back of your neck, your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Perfect. When you're ready, walk your hands in towards you and take a seat on your heels or on a block if you need to. Maybe 2 blocks. Bring your knees a little closer together. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands onto your thighs. Roll your shoulders up and back a couple times. Just nice big circles. And then a few head and neck circles in each direction. Bring your head back up to center. Now this next stretch, feel free to use your hands to stabilize yourself if you need to. You might also prefer to have blocks under your hands. If you are very balanced in this position, then maybe you try to not use your hands. It's up to you. But what we're gonna do is just shift some weight over to the left heel. And then as slowly as you can, extend the right leg out in front of you and then fold. So again, you can have blocks under the hands here. Flex your toes towards your face and try to fold from the hip crease. That will give you a more intense stretch. You can also wiggle your hips a little. Yeah, maybe point and flex your foot. Perfect. We're going to sit all the way back up and just try to come out of it the same way you came in. We'll do the other side. So weight shifts over to the right. And then again, just as carefully, slowly as you can, extend the left leg, plant the left heel, fold, draw your left toes back towards your face. Maybe point and flex. Sit all the way back up. Tuck your left foot back underneath you and then plant your hands right by your knees. Flip to the tops of the hands. Fingers will point towards the back wall. And then just bring as much weight down onto the tops of the hands as you can. Maybe shift some weight side to side. Part. There you go. Now flip back to your palms, twist the fingers out and then back. Alternately bend the elbows, maybe peel the heels of your hands away from the mat if it's not too intense. Perfect. All right, flip back to neutral hands. And then as you breathe in, just walk your hands forward back to your tabletop pose. And this time curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips, send them back. Start to pedal your heels, shift your weight around, maybe shake your head. Anything that feels good. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And just a couple times on your own, go ahead and rise up onto your tippy toes and then press your heels towards the mat. Tippy toes, press the heels towards the mat. Yeah. Nice. Come to stillness. Take a big breath in through the nose. And then open mouth, exhale. Inhale, look between your hands. And exhale, walker step all the way up to the top of your mat. Bring your feet wide, wider than the hips. And then just soften your knees, hang. Maybe grab opposite elbows, sway. Perfect. Release your fingertips to the mat. If you have a block, you can place it in front of your face. Your right hand is going to come right underneath your face, either on a block or on the floor. Bend the right knee. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Gaze up at your hand. If you'd like, take a couple wrist circles, and then option to take the left hand to the lower back. On an exhale, release. We'll switch it out. So left hand under your face, bend the left knee. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Maybe wrist circles. Maybe right hand to the lower back. Perfect. On an exhale, release, fold, just for a couple more breaths. When you're ready, tuck your chin around through your upper back, and as you inhale, very slowly roll all the way up to standing. Nice. Once you're standing, bring your feet right underneath your hips, toes face forward. Fix your leggings. And then rock back and forth on your feet, lifting the heels, toes, toes. Yeah, and then side to side, lifting the edges of the feet away from the mat. Perfect. All right, come back to flat feet. Stand up nice and tall, pressing down into all four corners of your feet. Take a big breath in as you reach your arms nice and tall for the ceiling mountain pose. Tuck your tailbone just slightly so that you're not pushing your rib cage forward. And then on your exhale, bring your palms together to touch. Interlace your fingers together. Now, keeping your elbows hugged into the sides of your head, go ahead and bend your elbows and take your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Start to press the back of your head into your arms and hands, and then press your arms and hands back into your head. So you're creating just a little bit of resistance here. On your next breath in, lift your gaze, lift your chest just into a slight back bend. Doesn't have to be very deep, but hold that resistance so arms are active here. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe you come back just a little bit further, keeping the legs active. Now inhale, slowly roll all the way back up. Release your hands, reach your fingertips nice and tall. Exhale, draw your hands through heart center, fold towards the mat, nice and heavy. Pedal the knees a couple times. When you're ready, just bend your knees enough to plant your palms flat on the mat. Walk your feet back to your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. On your next inhale, reach your right leg high and towards the back wall. And then as you exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip, open up through the whole right side body. Draw your heel in towards your booty and draw a few big circles with your knee in each direction. Perfect. So just pause wherever you are. Take a breath, look forward. Exhale, step to the outside of your right hand. And then we want to lengthen out our lunge first. So see if you can wiggle the left foot back more, lower your hips, lengthen your chest forward. And then without lowering to your back knee just yet, rock back and forth on your back toes, maybe side to side or up and down, kind of in any direction that feels good here. And then, when you're ready, slowly drop down to the left knee, untuck the left toes, and just settle in your lizard pose for a few breaths. You can stay on your palms or come to your forearms or grab your blocks. Option to roll to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Open up your right hip towards the side wall. Maybe right hand comes to the top of the thigh. If it feels accessible, maybe you bend your back knee and grab your foot. Perfect. Carefully come back forward, back to center. Make sure your right hand is on the inside of your right foot. And then just kick your left foot towards your booty and then off to the right. So your shin is about perpendicular to the mat. Now, if you lost the 90-degree bend in your right knee, find that again. And then inhale, reach the left arm nice and high. Press your right arm into your thigh so that you avoid your knee dipping in towards the middle of your mat. And then, keeping everything else still, let's just circle the top arm forward and down a few times. And then go the other way. Perfect. Take your left arm back up towards the ceiling. Look up at your hand. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, take your left hand back to the mat. Did someone just sneeze? Oh, I was going to say bless you. Take your left foot back to center. And then press into both palms to take the right knee back to meet the left. Give your hips a little wiggle side to side, and then find a quick child's pose. Widen the knees, bring the big toes together, send your hips back. Rest your forehead on a block or on the mat. Notice any little differences that you may feel in your left hip compared to your right. Take a breath and let it out. Now inhale, come forward, back to your tabletop pose, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips, squeeze your heel in towards your body, and again, draw a few really big, slow knee circles in each direction. And then just pause, take a breath, look forward. Exhale, step to the outside of your left hand. See if you can bring more space between your feet, lower your hips, draw your chest forward, and then find some movement, just rocking back and forth, side to side, up and down, however. Then when you're ready, come down to the right knee and tuck your right toes and settle in whatever version of lizard pose you took on the opposite side. If you did on the opposite side, again, you can roll to the pinky toe edge of the left foot, open the hip, let maybe the left hand comes to the top of the thigh. And slowly return to center. Make sure your left hand is right on the inside of your foot. Kick the right foot towards the booty and then off to the left. Again, make sure you still have a 90-degree bend in your left knee. And then inhale, reach the right arm high. Gaze up. Maybe a couple wrist circles if you want. Pressing your left arm into your thigh. And then circle the top arm a few times in each direction. Notice if you're cranking your head and neck in an uncomfortable way. Perfect. Reach the right arm back up, take a big breath in. Exhale, take the right hand back down, take the right foot back to center. Press into your palms, left knee comes back to meet the right. Again, you can wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe take a couple cat-cows. And then we're gonna move a little bit more towards the back of the mat. Keep your feet parallel and your hips stacked over your knees. And then we're gonna come to puppy pose or modified puppy pose. Just walk your hands forward. And then for modified puppy pose, forehead comes to the mat. For full puppy pose, chest and chin comes to the mat. Actively reach your fingertips forward, press into your palms, flare your rib cage towards the mat. Breathe in. As you breathe out, send your hips back towards your heels. Bring your big toes together, widen your knees, and just come right into child's pose. Rock your forehead side to side. Now in your child's pose, just lift your head and draw your arms back to stack your shoulders over your elbows. So think lower body child's pose, upper body sphinx pose almost, exactly. Then if you need to come up higher on blocks, if you have very tight hips, that might work better for you. You can also come up onto your palms, but we're gonna shift weight over to the left and then kick the right leg out towards the side wall. Try to bring your ankle in line with your hip and then flex your toes forward towards the front of the room. So just the inner arch edge of your foot is connected with the mat. And then try to send your right leg a little closer to the right side of the room if you can. Try to relax into it. So notice if you're starting to clench through your hip, your groin area. And then if you want, try to flex your toes up at the ceiling, see how that feels. Slowly come back onto your right knee and switch sides. So kick the left leg out towards the side wall. Toes are flexed forward. Ankle in line with the hip as much as possible. You can tickle your friend's foot if it's right there. Maybe flex your toes up at the ceiling, see how that changes where you feel the stretch. And then gently come back to your left knee. Inhale, come forward, back to your tabletop pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, we're gonna take a figure 4 in our down dog. So bend the right knee, cross the right ankle just above the left knee, and then bend your left knee a lot so you can really get into your outer hip and press your chest towards your thighs. Now let it go. Inhale, three-legged dog again. Exhale, reverse the figure 4. So cross your right ankle behind your left knee. Look forward. Very slowly drop down onto your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Walk your hands back towards you and start to sit down on your ankle so that your ankle bone is digging into your calf muscle. It should feel uncomfortable. If it doesn't, maybe try and find a different spot. Yeah, you might, if it's too intense, that's okay. You can also place blocks under your hands or just skip it. Maybe find a different spot on your calf. We'll spend a couple more breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands forward until you're able to curl the left toes back under and press it back to downward facing dog. Just for a moment, pedal your heels and notice the difference you feel in your calves. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale your left leg high. Exhale, first find a figure four by crossing the left ankle above the right thigh, bend the right knee, push your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, three-legged dog, let it go. Exhale, cross your ankle behind your right knee. Look forward. Gently come down to the right knee. Untuck the right toes. Walk your hands back as much as you can. Try to squish your ankle bone between your thigh and your calf. It's very intense, especially if you walk a lot, you stand a lot. It's probably feels bad. Maybe find a different spot. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands forward. This time we'll just uncross the ankle, come to tabletop pose, and then sit your hips back, shift them off to one side, and swing your legs out in front of you. So we're just gonna do first a seated figure four stretch. So bend your knees, plant your feet, take your hands behind you. Now this is gonna look very different for everybody depending on how flexible you are through your hips. But the first thing we want to do is just hover the hips, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, bring the hips back down, and then if you need to, you can bring your left foot further away from you. But what we want to focus on is keeping the right foot flexed and then trying to draw the right knee towards the front of the room. You should feel an intense stretch in the outer hip. You can rock a little if that feels good. Lift your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a bit. And then uncross, do the other side. So left ankle crosses just above the right knee. Flex the left foot, draw the left knee away from you. Maybe rock a little. Perfect. And then uncross, sit back down, kick the right leg forward, and then left foot comes to the inner thigh or calf. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, grab for your foot, your ankle, your calf, whatever you can reach. Now this part is totally optional. If you'd like to add a twist, left arm can reach across the top of the foot for the pinky toe edge of it, and then right hand comes to the lower back. And you can bend your knee here to grab your foot. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. We're just gonna grab the left leg, and then while keeping it bent, cross the left foot over the right thigh. Now twist to the left. Now while you twist to the left, Focus on pressing your right foot forward, flexing the right toes. Then release and counter twist. Perfect. Sit back up and now kick the left foot forward, bring the right foot to the inner thigh or calf. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold, grab for whatever is accessible. If you added a twist, this time right hand reaches across the top of the foot, grab for the pinky toe edge, left hand to the lower back. Inhale, sit all the way up. Now we'll just take the right leg and cross the right foot over the left thigh. And we'll twist to the right first. And again, at the same time, left foot is pressing forward, left foot is flexed, exactly. And then just counter twist, other way. Sit back up. And let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees butterfly. Your feet can be as close or as far away from you as you want. Take your fingertips to the mat and walk your hands forward as far as you can. Round through your upper back, let your head hang. If you're not able to fold very far forward, blocks into the hands can be useful. Now keeping the upper body heavy, just sway side to side. Gently. Lift your head and take your left hand, grab the top of the right foot. Right hand, top of the right thigh. Take a breath in and lengthen through the spine a little. And then as you exhale, press down on your thigh, twist and rotate to the right. So left shoulder dips down. You can even press your forearm into your left leg if it reaches. Perfect. Release. And now right hand grabs the top of the left foot, left hand, top of the left thigh. Inhale. And exhale, press down on the thigh and twist to the left. Release. Sit all the way up. You can close your legs, scooch down a smidge, and start to make your way onto your back. Once you are on your back, bend your knees and plant your feet close to your hips, toes face forward. Take your arms alongside your torso. Gently press down into your palms. And then gaze straight up at the ceiling in front of you. Press into your heels and inhale, lift the hips into bridge pose. If you'd like, option to interlace your hands behind your lower back, wedge your shoulders underneath you, but focus on engaging your glutes, softening through the toes. And then hugging your knees in towards your midline rather than letting them splay out to the side. Take a breath here, maybe squeeze up just a little higher. And then as you exhale, slowly release your spine to the mat. Again, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees butterfly. Place your hands on your belly and close your eyes. Take your hands down to the outsides of your thighs, close your knees together, and then draw them in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and then a few rocks side to side. And then reach through your legs, capture the pinky toe edges of your feet. Bring your thighs nice and wide alongside your torso, feet mostly parallel to the ceiling. If your tailbone starts to lift up off the mat, grab the backs of the thighs instead. You can rock a little here. Bye. And then come back to stillness, release your feet. Plant them back down on the mat for a moment. Press into your feet and bump your hips over to the right just a bit. Cross the right leg over the left leg. Take your arms out wide. And then let your knees fall to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, draw your legs back to center, uncross them. Press into your feet and bump your hips over to the left now, just a bit. Now cross the left leg over the right leg and allow your knees to fall to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, draw your legs back to center. And if you'd like, you can pull them in and give yourself a final hug, wrapping your arms around your shins. Maybe you pull your nose to your knees and squeeze everything into a tiny, tight little ball. Take one last final breath here. And then as you exhale, release. Spread out on your mat, take up space. Come into your final resting pose, whatever that might look like for you. If you like, maybe you have something you can place over your eyes. Or if you have blocks, you can place those underneath your thighs for a little bit of lower back support. But allow your body, your face, your jaw to soften. Allow everything to be still.
So first just get here. Just breathe gently and sit with what you're experiencing at this moment. Letting your mind not hold on to things, just be. Thoughts arising, passing away. Noticing which sensations present themselves to you. Hot or cold, feeling in your leg, maybe an agitation. Perhaps it's a memory, or it's a judgment, about yourself or about something else. Just notice it and be with it. And let it stay or go as it chooses. Noticing if the siren comes into your consciousness, let it be there. Don't resist it. Don't grab hold of it. It comes and it goes. Notice that what you were noticing as much as 2 minutes ago is already gone. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, memories, plans. Crossing your awareness like clouds cross the heavens. Clinging to nothing. Just being at rest with what is. If there is agitation, just notice agitation. Whatever state of mind, whatever feeling, or thought, or sensation, neither clinging to it nor pushing it away. Just coexist with all of it. Just be with it just as it is. There's nowhere to go, there's nothing to accomplish, there's no merit. It's just this. Just this. Feel the awareness as a vast round like the sky. And all the thoughts and sensations and memories and plans and qualities of mind and judging as clouds. They come from who knows where and go who knows where. Identify for a moment with the vast sky. This vast presence. It hears everything, and yet there's no effort. It's not doing anything. It's just being. How little time we acknowledge that in us, which is just being.
Take a deep breath in through the nose and then let it out. Slowly start to bring just a little bit of awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Rock your head side to side. When you're ready, take your arms overhead. Come into a full body stretch. And as you breathe in, arch your back, lift your rib cage. And as you breathe out, bend your knees and roll lazily to one side in a fetal pose. Use your arm as a pillow and perhaps the other hand you place somewhere you'd like to receive a little bit more love in this moment. Just give yourself a moment here, acknowledging your practice, acknowledging all of the good you've been able to give to yourself in this time, and notice the differences you may feel in your body compared to when you woke up this morning or when you stepped onto your mat. And then, with your eyes heavy or closed, gently press to a comfortable seat. Sit up tall. Take your hands to heart center. Take a long breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Bow your head down at your heart. Thank yourself again for making it here, and thanking your body for being strong enough to carry you through this practice. And then just lift your head, bring your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. The light, the teacher, the student in me honors and loves. The light, the student, the teacher in all of you. Thanks again.